screen skewed on. No discounts, no coupons, but I got the Rolls Royce for the great coupon. Now you jealous with your face screwed on.
Well. It's good to be back, number one. I know I haven't made a video in a long time, but I decided that I might as well try it again. And first of all, you probably have noticed something. I am approaching this with a whole lot more energy and volume than I usually have, or I should say, rather than I had before. And to be honest, I kind of figured something out. I don't have a studio, and I've been trying my best to keep things like sound down and low and whatnot, so I was very quiet and all that, but I realized that's not gonna work. I mean, my first video, I'm keeping it up because it's important to me. It is quite literally my very first video on YouTube, first serious gaming video. And I just decided I gotta approach this with a whole lot more energy, volume, pumping myself up, because I don't live in a studio, I don't live alone, so guess what? There's gonna be some noise, there's gonna be some background stuff, there's just gonna be a whole lot of everything. Well, it's not gonna be perfect, essentially. So you know what? Why try and be quiet and make myself subdued and all that just to be perfect? Anyway, welcome back. My name is Jeremiah Samuel Tome, and I'm coming at you from the exclusion zone. And dare I say, it is good, again, to be back. Now, let's talk about this car. You see, you'll probably see it in the icon or the picture of, you're probably gonna see the icon or the picture of it in the thumbnail. And I'll tell you, essentially, what I'm going for is JDM-esque sports car. Era 1968. Mainly because, well, Japanese sports cars have this weird middle ground between muscle car and European, I guess you would call them exotic things. I mean, when you look at a lot, and I'll probably be showing some pictures, but when you look at a lot of the Japanese cars from the 50s, and especially like all post-war stuff, the obvious designs are there. The obvious influences of American cars are there, but just shrunk down to miniature. And for this, essentially what I'm going to be going for is an American style Japanese sports car era 1968. I'm trying to keep the American influences but also keeping it, well, making it authentically Japanese. Now, I'm just going to be upfront and honest with you. The engine's probably going to be trash. I probably might work with the car generator later. Maybe not if the engine just is too anemic, because I really don't know what I'm doing when I'm designing those things. I try to go for more torque instead of high RPMs, because generally you're not going to be making a kind of you're not going to be making some 9,000 RPM revving car being sold to the people. That stuff is usually meant for, like, you know, racing. So yeah, we're just gonna start throwing this together. Now, the panel material is gonna have to be, you know what, let's go for fiberglass. I'm gonna say that this is more of a Corvette-inspired style of car. So the fiberglass should be good. The Japanese and the Europeans were way ahead of America when it came to, like, monocoque chassis in their cars, in their standard cars. So monocoque ladder. I'm gonna go for monocoque just because it's just, this is supposed to be a sports car, not a muscle car, so everything else is probably just going to be the same that you would expect. So front longitudinal, double wishbone in the front, and would it be coil or leaf? Would they use coil back then? Coil. Leaf is, America kept up with the leaf springs for a long time. I'm thinking coil. Now, I'll be honest, the one thing I should mention, I have only one criticism about automation. It's when you're getting to this part, this just basic section. When you've picked the front suspension, rear suspension, and all that other stuff in engine placement, it should at least give you an ability to see how high or low, a range of high or low your car would sit. Because it's just way too, because when you get to like the rest of the building after you're designing the engine, it's just, it's just not good. I mean, I just don't like how how I've picked the, as you can see here, everything, and it looks like it's sitting down low like a sports car. But then as soon as I get to like the trim designer and start putting everything else in, it just jumps up. I just don't like that. I think that would probably be one modification I would like automation to make if in their future updates. Anyway, we're gonna call this car the Dovetail. Yeah, that'll work. Dovetail. Now, for the engine, we're going to be making a new project. Let's call this the engine family name would be the, how about the DI4 for Dovetail Inline 4? And the variant, let's just call that the Civil. The Civil, no. How about the Standard package?
Oh look, an idiot. Let's point and laugh.
Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you succeed and flown it, if you freak dead and own it, don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you succeed and flown it, well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Go! Don't believe me, just watch. This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, smiling, living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman, I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man, I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am, I'm too hot. And my band about that money, break it down. You believe in things that you don't understand. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Rolls Royce for the great coupon. Now you jealous with your face screwed on. Who on? Nigga, you on? Feeble ass niggas only get booed on. Shitty attitude, get pissed and booed on.
Sun is out and I'm feeling okay. Hope you have a really good day. 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 Feeling okay. Feeling okay. Sun is out and I'm feeling okay. Hope you have a really good day. Sun is out and I'm feeling okay. Hope you have a really good day. 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 Feeling okay. Feeling okay. Sun is out and I'm feeling okay. Hope you have a really good day.
And here we are. I have to admit, I put a lot of effort into this one. It took me 3 days. I mean, quite literally, I had to record in 3 different sessions because work, and you know what? I honestly like the way this has turned out. Now, I really don't... Well, here we are, and I have to admit, the car is looking very, very nice. Like, even on the inside, if I can zoom in, I'll figure that out later. I keep forgetting how to zoom in with this game. Anyway, I mean, I did a good job on the detail, everything. Even the little deluxe icon right there, that right there on the hood, came through beautifully. Like, I'm very, very happy with this. I mean, it couldn't have gone better if we tried. Anyway, as things stand, since this is supposed to be a JDM car, I want to see how it would handle the uphill and downhill of this Toge map, which was done by who again? Let's check. The Otarumi Toge, which I have to admit is pretty nice. Like, I've driven on this before in my free time, and it looks very, very good for a self-made mod. Only thing I can complain about is, like, well, you'll see at the, well, there's these cone things. You'll see at the near the end or the bottom of the hill here, but those things, if you hit them, they do not move, like, at all. Anyway, let's give this a nice little drive, and I gotta take it easy because this is all drums, baby, as you can see. So it's got some get up and go. Ooh, much better than the last time. I remember I made this car once before, and it's handling quite well. And a whole lot better than the first version of this I did. first version I did was like, I don't know what I did. I think I probably put the gears in that were too long or something, because it would move, but it had no get up and go. Like this, actually you can feel like this car is, like this car can move. The other one, it was just slow and sluggish. Anyway, I'm actually surprised in how well I'm handling it, because the last time I was just bumping into walls and everything. It's got a little bit of wheel spin. All in all, it's running out pretty solid. Like, really got nothing to complain about. Like, ooh, come on, come on, come on. Ha. Yeah, there we go. Held it. I know this would probably be better with maybe a steering wheel or something on controller. And here's the part I was talking about. You see these things do not move. I might hit them on the way up if I'm not paying attention, but those things don't give at all. And if I could speak with the person who made the mod, I probably would suggest something like have those give a little. I mean, not totally breakable like cones, but just a little bit more than what they do. Anyway, come along together well. Handling it at all pretty good. Like, I really can't complain. It's got the nice short gear. Oh! I forgot. I forgot that this thing ends pretty abruptly. Anyway, let's spin this around. I mean, honestly, again, I'd probably suggest to the mod creator to maybe make this make things a little bit more obvious, because you can tell when you're at the top of the hill, but you really can't tell when you're at the bottom, because if you're passing just this little building you see here, you would miss it each and every time. No joke, no. Like, especially if you were as into the driving as I was, because I was really getting into it. Also, the headlights don't really help. Like, when it gets dark... Actually, let me turn... Whoa! No, 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 no. What on earth? Come on. Okay, I gotta check that. I gotta check this in... I'll have to check this in animation later, because that was weird. Anyway, we'll just have to stick with these lights, because I can't see otherwise. And go up, we are. Here's what I'm talking about. Like, no give at all, but it destroys the suspension and everything, and wow, it's dark. I'm just gonna have to fix that real quick. I mean, why does I don't remember the time scale moving that fast before. Anyway, let's get back to it. Yeah, you see, it does that. It does that. And that's what really sucks about the these little cone things here. Now, they might be realistic, but and they might not have to give it, and they might not give it all, but I'd rather like come to a stop as if I hit a wall rather than go through them and damage the car like I'm what, Danny Phantom trying to mess with someone's day of driving. Oh, that was smooth. That was smooth. I really like that. Alright. I mean, not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever. And I should have been recording the footage for later. Like the in-game recording. Dang it. Oh well. I'll do that in the next one, so that we can have a bit of outside view rather than just being restricted to this. Yeah, I mean, I've done a pretty good job with this car. I'm actually pretty surprised on how well it's going. Like, I mean, it looks great. It looks somewhat realistic. handles beautifully. Like, I'm pretty sure if I gave this car to someone who knew what they were doing in BeamNG, they could probably make this thing really move. And we're at the top. It's really, I'm really happy with the end result of this one. Normally, I'm not too happy with how my cars turn out when I drive them, because I either put in too much of the go for power and, well, essentially go for broke and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, this looks very good. Very good. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for joining me on this little drive. And, ooh, can we go in here? Oh, we can. Sweet. In that case, let me see if I can. I got a couple pictures for the thumbnail, but I wonder. Oh, come on. Come on. There we go. Now, let's go pause. And let's see. Photo mode. Oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. Anyway, this is the Dovetail 1600D. And well, I thank you for joining me on this little journey. I'll see you later. Bye.